What is going on, legends? How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, guys. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin. Will we create a new yearly high? It does look like we are on our way to do so. Or will we fail on our way up, guys? How is everyone doing? Make sure to destroy that like button. We're going to do some full analysis here on the price of Bitcoin. How is everyone doing, guys? Smash up the like button here if you want to support the channel. Let's go right away through the comment section first. Say hello to everybody. Yo, what's going on? Father Time, thanks for joining the stream. Let's put some music on here in the background. Why not? Let's take a look at the comment section. Carl from the Moon, how are you doing, my man? Joining the stream here. BTC to new highs, to new yearly highs. New yearly highs, okay? Not all-time high. New yearly highs. Now what has happened here is that we have actually broken out from some major resistance. We formed like a bullish pennant right over here, and it looks like that we have successfully broken out from it, and we want to attempt the highs, which is slightly beneath $36,000. We can see that pennant right over here, creating those lower highs, higher lows, getting squeezed here, and now breaking out. Now, something disturbing about this breakout is that it's very low volume. There's very low volume on this breakout, guys. So yes, will we manage to successfully move here to the highs? We are hitting an important lower high range right now, struggling a little bit, but it does look like we could get that push up. The FOMO is real, guys. Spot Bitcoin ETF, people buying Bitcoin like crazy. Doesn't matter. Who cares about the economy? Who cares about what's going on? Bitcoin is the thing right now. Shall we buy? Shall we FOMO in? Are your bags filled for a potential moonshot? The bears have one chance to reject from this point, guys. We're going to talk about the most important rejection level. See how are we going to hit this high? Because there is resistance. There is a weekly naked point of control right over here above the highs. Now, of course, there's more levels here to the upside, but overall, it looks like that we are on our way to attempt to hit that level. Question is, will volume start picking up aggressively here? Because the volume is very, very low as we move in here to the highs, basically. Will we manage to see the volume picking up and have an explosive breakout above the highs, creating a new yearly high, going to $36,000, $37,000? We are on our way, guys. Now, the question is, will we reject on the way? Because we are struggling a little bit from a lower high created from this pennant. If we do zoom in on lower time frames, we're kind of getting that reaction here. However, we have broken above the value area high of this trading zone. This trading zone has created a value area, and we broke out from the value area high, as you can see here on the chart. So far, so good. It looks like that we could continue to the upside. We're getting a little bit of a reaction at this point right there. And I'm really not interested in shorting this level. In the Legends community, Sam provided a long position here. One of the coaches in the Legends talked about a long position. I was trying to get into some scalp shorts, got stopped out on one of them, stopped out at break even on another one. Currently in a small long position from this point, and that is based on volume strategy, based on breaking out resistance and turning resistance into support on the extreme lower time frames. We'll explain that right away. And we're going to go through the comment section because I want to talk about, after going through the comment section, I want to know your opinion. What I do want to know is, do you see Bitcoin going to $40,000? I'm going to ask the community because it was very interesting to ask the community here. When we were trading at $28,000, what comes next? $26,000 or $29,000 or $30,000? And it was pretty 50-50. It was a battle in between bulls and bears in the comment section. So I'm going to ask in a poll and then go through the comment section. What comes first from this point? We're almost at $35,000 right now at this moment. Does $36,000? I'm going to say $37,000. Does $37,000? No, let's go higher numbers. Is $40,000 next or $30,000 next? Okay, I'm going to ask right away the community. Let me know in the poll, guys. What comes next for Bitcoin? Let me know. And I'm going to say $40,000, 40K, or 30K. We are in the middle right now at 35K. Let me know your opinion, guys. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Is it a trap? Are we going to top out right now at some point? Let me know right away in the poll, guys. And I'm going to go through the comment section, say hello to the community, first of all, very important, and then talk about this level. This is the ultimate level here if the bears want a chance to start retracing the price. But overall, it does look pretty damn bullish, guys. It does look pretty powerful. It does look like that we are going to take the highs potentially today, potentially in the next coming hours. The question is, will these highs reject the price, or will it be a successful breakout? There's a weekly naked point of control right over here, meaning that there was a week back here in the summer, okay, just before the summer, right over here of 2022. We had a large weekly candle right over there, which has a high volume node. That is basically the weekly naked point of control. Will this level manage to be resistance, creating a failed breakout? This is something that we want to pay attention on the lower time frames and check the possible reaction. Is it going to blast through the highs created here on the 24th of October? Will it blast through the level? If it blasts through the level, guys, 40K is next in my opinion. If we start, rejecting from this point, then the correction could be pretty aggressive, okay? There is a chance here for a bearish count, and that is an expanded flat, okay? Now, it is the only chance here that the bears have, because if this is a third wave, if we do count this, okay, as a third wave on Elliott wave theory, this could be exponential. This could be absolutely massive. This could actually take us, we're talking about this the other day, and the 1.618 extension, which is a classic level of, to hit on a third wave. It is taking us all the way up, okay, from this high point to the low. What is the 1.618, guys? To take a look at the possible extension of a third wave. It is coming all the way up to almost $50,000. That is if this was the corrective wave. That's if this was the second wave. Was this the second wave? And we are going to get into a third explosive wave right now. We are inside of a third wave. Or that is just massive hype. Don't get too excited. The bears still have a chance. If we do count this as a expanded flat, which is at the ultimate limit level, if it does not reject from here, bears have no chance and the price will skyrocket. And it's the only chance they want if they want still this to be a corrective move. By the looks of things, it does not look very corrective in my opinion. It looks very much impulsive, but it's the only chance that the bears have, okay? If we were to take a look at this as a possible ABC flat, which I think probabilities are extremely low right now. I mean, this would be a massive expansion here on the B wave, but it's the limit expansion, okay, which would be that 1.38, right? When we do take a look at the A wave, okay, we can only hit the 1.382. And when we do take a look at that level, it is basically hit. It is basically where the price action is right now. So if it does not top out at this point and reverse, bears have no chance. This is, I would arguably discuss that this is a third wave. This is a third wave. And we are in the bullish trend already. We are in the, in the start of the bullish market, right? That would be my opinion here. If we were to smash through $36,000, looking at this as a second wave already, very shallow second wave. All of this is almost a year of price action. We're going from the lows, okay? So it's, one large wave, a second large wave. This second corrective wave is very, very large. It's going from April, okay? The correction started in April, basically, if we were to count these 5 waves. And it looks pretty bullish, to be honest. Bears have very small chances. Of course, these big reversal moments come when everyone's hyped up, when there's max greed. Usually the crashes come when there's max greed. So we just need to take it into consideration here. Okay, take it into consideration where, you know, the crashes happen when there's massive hype, there's big news, everybody's, you know, quite bullish. And that is when you usually have, you know, a pretty deep corrective move. So if this were to be the ABC flat right over here, which does make a lot of sense as well, this corrective move went from April till September. So we do have 5 months of a corrective move. All of this is correction. So you might think to yourself, you know, anybody that's there, you know, we haven't had a cool off, we haven't had a correction. This is the correction if this were to have massive continuation to the upside. Okay, so it does make sense that that could be the possibility. Let's dive in here, continue through the comment section. Let me know what you think in the poll right away. I want to know what you guys think about what is coming next. We see $40,000 out of 140 votes. $40,000 Bitcoin is next. 69% of people really do think so, that $40,000 is next. 32% of people say 30K, that we're not going to manage to go up to $40,000. It's going to be a failed breakout and we're going to start correcting to $30,000, getting an aggressive drop. Woo! By the looks of things, new yearly high is on the way, guys. It's on the way. We hardly have any resistance. We have, you know, there's no resistance basically. So this is why with very low volume, it's relatively easy to go through this zone because it's just fast price action. There's no really solid, you know, consolidations. There's no big volume at these levels. So the price is just steadily just climbing up here, and it's just relatively easy to get up there because we haven't got, you know, there's no big major highs, major lows, major consolidations. There's just a big fat nothing here. So it's relatively easy for the price of Bitcoin to just slowly climb up from here. So let's continue. Hi, Andy from Holland, Crypto Whistler. How are you doing? Legends, Aditya, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining the stream. Good morning. You are your average crypto bro. How are you? Yo, man, Alpha. Rustica, let's go. Rumors have it. ETFs are all being approved today. Oh my goodness, imagine that. Rumors are that the ETFs, all of the ETFs are approved today. I mean, no doubt that it's going to be approved. It's just inevitable. They're going to start piling in very aggressively. Will we get a FOMO institutional pump, which would be absolutely crazy? We could see a pump of $10,000 in a matter of a few days if institutions start piling in. We're getting a bit of volatility now. One said that BTC is going to 48K and crash back to 19K, and we skyrocket to 120K plus region. You said you don't expect that. You said I don't expect that. There is the macro bearish count, right? Where, you know, it's going to be a huge, massive ABC corrective move. I mean, this is a possibility, all right? You know, I'm really not much of a macro TA guy. I do technical analysis in the day to take a look at some day trades and scalping opportunities. I'm not much of a macro analysis guy, but we can talk about the extreme bearish case scenario right away, which is basically entering into a huge, massive ABC corrective move, which does it, you know, it would make sense. I'm not saying it's not possible, but yeah, could we top out at some point round about $50,000 and then get a huge major crash in between 2024 and 2025? You know, I think it's unlikely. I do see deep corrections, no doubt, but to come down and create a new low after hitting $50,000, it would be a macro Elliott wave count where you are going to see a huge ABC corrective move. I mean, they are just different scenarios. There's just so many different scenarios here looking at Elliott wave theory, because yes, this third wave going to the upside, right? If we were to count this as a 1, a 2, and a 3, you know, there's definitely a chance that this is a 3 corrective wave, and then it's going to crash down. something very bad needs to happen if that were to be the case, guys. And obviously anything can happen at the end of the day. That it would have to be a massive black swan event, but it does make sense that it could happen. You know, I think it's unlikely. I think it's unlikely, but we never know, right? We never know. I would be tempted to take some profits, you know, in between $40,000 and $50,000 from my portfolio. I've been buying for the last few months, so you know, why not take some off the table, right? Get some cash just in case anything happens. Obviously not selling most of the Bitcoin, just selling 10% or something like that, you know, just to take some profits from what I've been buying the last few months. Because obviously not selling everything, you know, we are on the verge of, you know, potentially forming a super cycle, guys, right? You know, a super cycle happens, and then you basically, what are you going to do if the price starts pumping and breaking all-time highs in the coming months? You know, what are you going to do? If you are a macro bear, if you wanted to buy Bitcoin beneath $15,000 and you missed out, well, I guess you missed out, and that is it, right? This is why dollar cost averaging is always the best strategy. You never know what's around the corner. Yes, we could go lower. Then that means we could just buy a bit more Bitcoin every single month, every single week if you can. And that is you're just going to get an average price till you get the bull run. But expecting lower, and I'm going to buy Bitcoin lower because we are going to crash, and we are going to crash. Then, you know, once you break all-time highs, you know, what are you going to think about, you know, that once you're over all-time high, you'll be like, oh, I missed out again. You know, I missed out again. So this is why DCAing is just the best strategy that there is, obviously, for any investor in the case of Bitcoin. So, right, let's go right away. Hola, Andy, gracias, thank you. Joan, how are you doing? Odd Crypto. Yo, Andy, what's going on? Well, looks like that the price is pumping. It's getting a bit of a corrective move at the moment. I mean, we don't have much resistance here, to be honest. If we do have a massive corrective move from this point, it would be like, you know, it doesn't make a lot of sense because there's just not much resistance. But obviously it's definitely possible. Are we going to lose steam? I mean, what is disturbing about this pump is there's hardly any volume. There's hardly any volume. I mean, the uptrend is still there. But the volume on the pumps, yeah, they're very, very weak. Very, very weak volume on the pumps. So what there is very disturbing is some insane bearish CVD divergence on Bybit chart. On the Bybit chart, there is massive bearish CVD divergence, meaning there is a lot of aggressive market long orders entering here during today. Very, very aggressive, creating those higher highs in the CVD. Not on the rest of exchanges here on the blue. As you can see, you are creating those lower highs right there. And you know, there's no bearish CVD divergence on the rest of exchanges if you put them all together. But on Bybit, we got some aggressive long orders here at the top, which basically, I mean, we are pushing higher. We are pushing higher. So there's a bit of a disturbing mixed sentiment here with the divergence. But overall, we are trending up. We haven't got much resistance. We are above the value area high of this trading zone. We're just testing it right now as support. What is disturbing is this choppy action. I do not like the choppy action when we break in resistance. I want to see explosive moves because this choppy action is just not, it's not too convincing. Even though there's not much resistance, it's not too convincing, this choppy action. There's not too much power. There's not much volume coming into the market. So it's a difficult zone right now for me, to be honest, to trade this area, because I do see higher. We're above all the resistance levels, but the volume is very low. You know, bears can step in right now and smack the price back down to the lows. It's definitely a possibility, but for the moment, it is trending up. If we do get back inside of the value area range, then it's going to be looking quite bearish, in my opinion. If we do manage to get a significant candle like this, breaking here the uptrend structure, it is likely to have continuation to the downside to eat up all of these higher lows. So that's only if we do break the uptrend structure here and we do get back beneath the value area high of this trading zone. It will not be looking good. Of course, you do have that point of control from this range, which is sitting around about 34,500. Could expect a small little bounce from this level, but it would be looking a little bit weak if that were to happen, right? Breakdown, bang, you would expect that, you know, aggressive fall to eat up all of these higher lows, right? People entering long positions late, unless you're a scalper and you're basically entering along at the retracement, taking profits at the highs, long at the retracement, profits at the highs, then obviously you are good. But if you're long in here at this level, expecting the highs, right, and going with too much leverage, you know, this is the crucial point where you can get stopped out or liquidated. Guys, smash up that like button, share some love. There's over 500 people watching the live stream, guys. Make sure to destroy the like button on your way in, on your way out, if you wish. Share some love. Let's take a look here at the comment section right away and continue. What comes next for Bitcoin? $40,000 or $30,000? We got 65% of the people saying $40,000 is next. We got more people bullish here in the comment section. Let's LFG bears join the pump, says Manny Vang. Absolutely. Yo Andy, please can you change your YouTube screen to a dark mode every time you switch? I'm blind, man. Okay, sorry about that. Yes. Oh, it's definitely an option. I do like the black mode, so probably will be doing that. I shaved some years off. Yes, I did have a shave. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spiked to $36,000, then down to 20K, says Eugenio. Wow. There is definitely Crypto Legends. How are you doing? Mark Dutch, thanks for joining the stream. We've got Father Time. We've got Mark Dutch here, moderators, giving power. Well, basically, let's talk about the resistance zone, guys. You know, let's talk about the highs and the lows. We love highs and lows because we know that, price does create double tops a lot of the times, does create double bottoms a lot of the times. Question is, as we come up to the highs of the pump from this 24th of October, just above us, we have a weekly naked point of control. This was from price action that was created in May of 2022. We had a large weekly candle, and the point of control is exactly at $36,000, slightly a few dollars below 36K, but overall, it is very much near the highs. So the question is, usually when you hit a high of a level, you usually have a blast off, right? Or a big massive rejection, right? It's kind of the liquidity grab. You're hitting the level and then suddenly you get a massive spike. Now the question of that spike is always, is it a successful breakout or is it a rejection? Now, many times you will hit the high and you will reject. Of course, that will be a moment of, have a coffee and analyze the situation, be very patient to see, where you can trigger a possible short if it were to be a successful fake out, not a successful breakout. On the other side, you might break out from this range. If the volume is very high and the move is relatively large as well, what you could do is obviously come down here to the highs, to the weekly naked point of control, and find support at this level to have another bounce to attempt to hit the highs. So this is what usually happens, right? When you add a resistance level, this is May lower high right there. Let me just quickly analyze the situation. We were talking about a possible rejection a few days ago at this lower high, okay, from May. So we had a movement down and we had a series of lower highs right there, as you can see, right around about the $32,500. And we thought, this is a possible level where your price could fake out. However, what happened here, this is the May lower highs. Let me just zoom in here and, just show you what actually happened. Well, we had a massive blast off. The price had a huge blast off, and we can see here how, as we were blasting through the level, obviously there's no short to be taken in any way if the price is blasting off from the level. So that lower high from May actually held as support, right? Obviously, this is a successful breakout, right? You can see it, right? This is no kind of fake pump. And, a fake pump, a fake out, you would want it to pump a couple of $100 above the level potentially and then reject, not pump, over $3,000. If it's over $3,000, it's a successful breakout. But you can see that level holding as support. So this is the scenario here. The scenario here is, what is going to happen as we test the high? Will it successfully break out? or will it actually, you know, have a fake out? So this is something that we need to analyze very, very carefully once we, you know, hit that level. So we've got the possibility of a fake out. We just need to see a few $100s to the upside and start rejecting from that point to give us that possible short trigger as we reject from the level. Only as we reject from the level, we're not shorting the pump, obviously. And if it pumps and it successfully breakout, and it has a successful breakout, we could see a quick rejection down to that level and obviously hold it as support and get a quick rise. Something very similar to what happened here on the 24th of October. So will be interesting to see, will be interesting to analyze. Now we are getting supported here right now from the value area high of the range. We are getting a little bit of support here from the value area high of this trading range for a possible bounce. What is disturbing is that volume is relatively low compared to the last few days. Let's continue with the comment section, guys, right away. Andy, don't think, right, let's take a look. Andy, don't think too many people are already in the train for it to keep pumping. Too many people will be in profit soon. Yes, very, very likely. Yeah, this is also a scenario. So a lot of people are going to be in profits, but there's still a lot of people that bought Bitcoin at these levels that are in a loss, no doubt. You know, short-term hodlers are in profit. But there is definitely the bearish case scenario still, guys. We need to fail, okay? If we start failing, I think there is a high probability that these highs are going to be hit, okay? The question is, if we are going to go with pure technical analysis on the speculation that this could be an ABC flat, okay, in the next coming basically days, if we are going to see, you know, this count right over here, and we need to form this ABC flat, you know, we are at the limit level. We are at a limit level for this to be a corrective move. It is still possible. Technically, it is still possible as we haven't got above successfully the 1.318 extension, 382, sorry. The 382 right there is where we at currently. So it's like, you know, it's now or never for the bears. Obviously, they can step in at any moment in the next couple of days, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but it is a level. There is a lot of hype. There is a lot of bullishness. Usually the big crashes happen when there is hype, when there is parabolic moves, right? Obviously we are aware of continuation to the upside. So the bullish case is definitely possible. But if the bears, you know, need to step in, they need to step in the next coming days, right? It's like now is the moment. It cannot successfully break above $36,000 because there will be no type of bearish count, and this would be an explosive third wave to the upside, counting this as a one wave, counting this consolidation as a two wave, and we are in the third wave that are usually, even though if it's a macro ABC corrective move, the C wave, the third wave, they are very, very impulsive. So yeah, I mean, if we do get above $36,000 successfully, right, trading at $37,000, $38,000 in the coming days, I would expect much higher, $40,000 and even $50,000. So it's now or never for the bears based on technical analysis, Elliott wave theory. How many likes for this amazing TA? Thank you very much for the support, my man, Mark Dutch. Smash up the like button. Let's talk about it again. I got this Trezor hardware wallet giveaway, guys. If this live stream gets over 1,000 likes, you are eligible for a Trezor hardware wallet. You just need to smash up the like button, 1,000 likes, comment down below after the stream, and you are eligible for this giveaway. We need 1,000 likes, guys. It's very difficult to get 1,000 likes nowadays, but this is why, if you want to be eligible for the Trezor hardware wallet, smash up the like button and comment down below after the stream. So, are you bullish? Are you bearish, guys? Let me know. Sora got crushed. I have over 1 million tokens. I am a Sora whale. Yes, there is still hope for this project. I'm still buying Sora. Yeah. Still buying. I've got over 1 million tokens, and the supply is almost 300 million, and still growing. But I am, I'm buying up as we go down. It's one of those tokens where I either get extremely wrecked or make huge gains in the coming years, right? So, yeah, it's one of those high risk to reward tokens. I'm down big time on that altcoin. It's the altcoin that I've got absolutely wrecked. I'm down over 90%. Obviously, Chainlink's doing good, Bitcoin's doing good. I don't invest heavily into these risky altcoins, but overall, it's worth to buy up as we go down. So, what's up, brother? Trader Mark, how you doing? Where's the mustache? I shaved it. I looked at myself in the mirror and thought, you're getting old. You better shave your beard now because, you're getting old. You don't want to, this is when you leave a beard, when you're 20, when you're 25, and you want to leave your beard because you want to look older. Well, yeah, I'm starting to reverse right now. I want to look younger instead of older. So, yes, sir. This is the longest giveaway in history. We need that 1,000 likes. It's not going to make it easy for the people, right? We need the 1,000 likes for you to enter into the Trezor Hardware Wallet giveaway. Right, guys, let's dive in through some more technical analysis. And also, I want to let you know, if you're not trading on any exchange, you want to check out MEXC. MEXC is the one that I am trading at the moment. Check it out, guys. There is a $20,000 deposit bonus on MEXC. I am doing more scalping right now. I'm kind of leaving swing trading and day trading on the side. I'm really enjoying these small little movements of $100 to $200 on the price of Bitcoin. The Legends community do know this. I'm doing a little bit more scalping levels like in and out. Thanks to MEXC, this is actually, pretty much achievable because when you do scalping, you are very defensive with your stop loss and you can get stopped out a few times at break even. This happens to me consistently, right? Because I'm a defensive trader. Thanks to the low fees that MEXC has, then this is very much possible. This is a scalper's platform. And, if you haven't got an account on MEXC, check the link down below. You get $20,000 worth of bonus depending on what you deposit, okay? It's the second link down below. If you can trade on Bybit, then absolutely wonderful. You got the link also down below. $30,000 worth of bonus on Bybit. I personally can't use Bybit for the moment. Hopefully in the near future, I will be able to use Bybit again. For the moment, I'm using MEXC, guys. Check it out. For scalping, it is absolutely spot on. The Legends community are absolutely loving also the platform. So corrective move to $31,000 will come soon. Wow. Yeah. Possibly, yes. Don't say, are we not going to manage? It looks like we're losing a little bit of steam here, guys. If we start getting back inside of the value area of this trading range, it's going to be a clear sign of weakness. It's going to be a clear sign of weakness, and possibly we are not going to be creating a new yearly high today. We are losing a bit of steam. The volume is very, very low. So maybe this uptrend is going to be lost. If we do lose this uptrend, then it's going to be bad news for the bulls, at least in the short term, not in the, not in the long run. Short term, this uptrend is holding very, very nicely. Value area high of the range is holding by a thread right over here. So it's the chance right now for the bulls to shine. Will you defend this uptrend that you have created today? Because if you start losing this uptrend, of course, you do have the point of control of the zone that could act a little bit as support, but it will definitely be a sign of weakness, and this could bring a significant drop all the way down to the lows here, eating up all of those stop losses, all of those people that are really bullish in the last few days, getting into aggressive longs and bang, sweeping them up. This is definitely a possibility, guys. For those swing traders, this is definitely a possibility. So manage your risk very, very well, but please understand that, yeah, we are still in this uptrend today, and we are just holding by a thread this support range. If we do get a solid drop here with high volume, I would arguably discuss that this is going to drop all the way down to the lows and the value area low. It will be a clear sign of weakness, and I would see that pretty sharp corrective move. looks like bears are going to fight. They are going to fight the bulls, and they want to step in right now. Because if we lose this level, guys, I think that all of this is going to be eaten up. The run up that we've had during today will be eaten up. And the drops are usually much more aggressive than the pumps. So let's see. We have a chance here for the bulls to hold this level. Ranging. BTC trying to change local market structure. Yes, sir. The local market structure is just about to get broken. Holding by a thread right there. The lag between BTC and stocks is start to show off. Let's take a look at the stock market, guys. S&P 500. The total crypto market cap looks interesting. This is the cryptocurrency, market capitalization. No doubt that this is accumulation. Chainlink has had a really explosive breakout. My Chainlink bags are back in the green. They are doing very, very well. Chainlink has had a really nice breakout here. I was trying to explain most of the community, most of the viewers here, that Chainlink was in a massive accumulation stage. The reason why this is an accumulation stage is basically you are coming from a very aggressive bear market, right? You're coming down from a 80-90% drop, and this is what usually happens. You have the hype, you have the drop, and then the price looks like it's dead. This is far away from being dead. This is a massive accumulation zone, and you would be expecting a spike to the upside. So it's finally happening here for Chainlink. So all of this zone, it was just a great buying zone. The lows, the highs, wherever, it's just an accumulation stage. It's a kind of easy 2x your money. If you realize that this is an accumulation, you just need to accumulate for a few months, and then bash. You want to take profits? You can arguably discuss, why not take some profits? You're making a 2x from the average consolidation here. So you had many, many months to accumulate Chainlink, because it was just a pretty obvious accumulation stage. We talked about this being the possible spring point, and we were talking about a possible another spring point to get beneath $5, but it seems like this was the spring point, right? Where you get beneath all of the lows from the consolidation, bang, your ticket right there. It's the spring point. That is where you want to buy from an accumulation. I remember Mark Dutch did long Chainlink right over here. Are you still in that long position? I also longed. It was a scalp day trade, so I took profits a long time ago. It was basically inside of those 2 days of price action. I remember Mark Dutch was in a long position. He shared it with the legends. Long in Chainlink, round about $5. Let me know in the comment section. Are you still in that long? Probably not. Probably not. I am not a swing trader. There's no way I would be holding a trade for 3-4 months. Prefer to scalp and day trade. Make those profits in the day. BTC dumping. No. Oof. Yeah, volume is very low on the lower time frames. So yeah, still very low. It could still hold, still bounce from here. I want to see a breakdown. The moment you break down with high volume, I'm going to say, wow, guys, this is next. These lows are next. At least this one right over here. It's still holding, a bit of dumpy action, holding the range. But the moment it breaks down successfully from the value area high of the range and this higher low support, it won't be looking good. You got the point of control that could act a little bit as support here, but when you get that smash down, then obviously that would be a clear sign that you're gonna roll down, guys, to eat up these lows. Big liquidity, all of the people bullish from today, long in here, a little bit late long in, and then bang, eat them up, right? The bulls still have a chance. They still have a chance here. Right, DeWalt, show some love, hit the like button. Yes, sir. If you want to enter that giveaway, you need to smash up that like button. Right, anything interesting, guys? Let me know any altcoins. I think the best scenario here, obviously, I would be taking a look at some scalping levels, you know, after, if we were to get that successful move down, there will be some nice internal levels here to analyze, to get into, you know, some scalps, potentially a short, potentially a long. But I would be interested in actually follow through. If we do get that breakdown here, any bounce from here is just going to be a good shorting opportunity. So we're just going to have to analyze very carefully the levels. The point of control from this entire range will definitely be a good solid level of resistance. That is if we were to break beneath it. I mean, longing right now for a day trade long, it's a little bit risky, no doubt. We have been trending here to the upside for, you know, during today. So it's definitely a tipping point. It's a tipping point. The volume is very low to the upside. So longing at this point is a little bit risky in my opinion. If we break down, I would be happy to find some scalping levels because I'm very much confident that we are going to eat up all of this range to come down and test the lows beneath $34,000. So would want confirmation. Losing the range here, losing the value area high successfully would give us some great shorting opportunities because that would be a clear sign of weakness in my opinion. So I would be waiting patiently. Longing this retracement is just not an option for me. It wouldn't be an option because I am aware of the weakness. I am aware of not, you know, having big volume, big power here, breaking the resistance to follow through. It's very, very choppy, very exhausting. I'm aware of that breakdown here. And this breakdown of the value area low and this day uptrend, you know, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that the price action is going to target these lows. The price action will target these lows. So there will be some shorting opportunities here, no doubt. It will be that the kind of the confirmation to break beneath, you know, the higher low support trend line, the point of control, clear sign of weakness once the price action is trading at 34,300, 34,200. The continuation down to the value area low and this low is kind of inevitable, right? So that confirmation is going to give confidence to jump into some short scenarios if you do get those retracements such as the point of control, right? It would be a clear, obvious level of resistance. We'll be taking a look at Fibonacci and, you know, volume strategy on the lower time frames that works very, very well. So, yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. Currently, it's still holding. Had a little bit of a fake out from this daily uptrend. Wants to attempt to get to have the bounce. Right. Hey, Andy. Long time since I attended your live stream. Always good to see you. Hey, Avijit. Thank you very much for joining. Glad to see you. Sand is about to break out. Andy, check cake. Massive downtrend. Cake. Let's take a look at cake right away. We got cake. Massive downtrend. I think most of the Binance coins, you know these swaps, I think that they haven't been doing very, very well. Cake, big downtrend. You know, is this going to pop? I'm not a huge fan of Pancake Swap and, you know, all of these different, you know, Binance Smart Chain tokens. It's just I'm not a Binance fan. It's highly centralized. The Binance Smart Chain is highly centralized. They can shut down the chain anytime. And that's like, no way, you know, no way. I got some US dollar tether that was stuck on the Binance Smart Chain for a couple of days because it was in maintenance and stuff like that. No way I'm having my funds on the Binance Smart Chain. Yes, it is. If I'm going to do a transaction, yes, it is cheaper. But now we got Polygon, you know, we got Matic, we got some other sources, you know, to do the transactions. So BTC is still looking ultra bullish, says Salaman. It definitely does. It's, you know, holding the uptrend. You know, this is no successful breakdown from the value area high. Just choppy, no volume on the breakdown. It's still bullish. It is at support. It is at support, so there's definitely a chance here on bouncing and claiming the highs and going higher. You know, if you want to speculate on a long position, I wouldn't go too crazy on the stop loss. I don't like it because I see weakness. You know, this is a bit of a weak uptrend. No volume. Volume is very, very low. Yeah, I would prefer to see, you know, as I'm looking for scalps and day trades inside of the day, I would want a confirmation, right? Then this would be looking interesting for me. You know, then any bounce from here, any zone from here is going to be great for shorting because we would be targeting the low of the range. It would be a massive sign of weakness. The highs of these highs of the range have been claimed. They are failing. So what happens when you come and claim the highs of a range? Then you're targeting the lows of the range, right? So that would be this zone over here. So there will be some great opportunities to jump into some scalp shorts if we do get that correction. You're getting back inside of the value area range. It's just a clear sign of weakness. You know, it's all about liquidity grabs. Liquidity grab at this high. Didn't have enough steam to smash through the level. Not much interest in long in here. You just got a few longs here from retail, and yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? If we do break down from here, it would be an obvious confirmation breakdown. We did double top at Coinbase. We did double top on Coinbase on the Coinbase chart. Is that on the lower time frames? This is still a possibility, guys. That Elliott wave count. We did double top on Coinbase. Oh yeah, this was Coinbase actually reaching the highs. Coinbase actually reaching the highs here. So it already tested the highs. Very interesting. This could be a kind of a cup and handle formation. Just tested the highs here on Coinbase. Very, very true. We were a few dollars off, I think. Just slightly a few dollars off from testing the highs. Let me double check here. Yeah, a few dollars off in testing the highs, which is very disturbing, of course. You know, this is a classic take profit zone as well, right? If this were to be a futures exchange, you have your take profits at the highs right there, right? You're having your take profits at the highs, expecting that wick, expecting that, you know, profit taken. And then suddenly if you're in a long position here or in a long position here, for example, and you expect, you know, you got your take profits, limit orders, and then suddenly the price starts correcting down from here to eat up the lows. It's very much a classic scenario here for Bitcoin. So let's leave it as it's possible. Take your profits even though you're close to your target zone. It's always a must. Almost $13 shy, says Nick, in hitting the highs. Just imagine. Story of a trader. You're longing from here or you're longing from here. You're targeting the highs. You got your take profit here, and then the price does this. And you know, you didn't take profits from your long. You get stopped out, break even. This happens to me a lot scalping. Bearish divergence on the 1 hourly time frame. Altcoin John, how are you doing? Check out Altcoin John, guys. He provides great info regarding altcoins. He's an altcoin maniac. Check out his channel, guys. Altcoin John. With the sign of weakness, where would you look to scalp short now? Well, if we do get that solid breakdown, it looks like it's going to happen. It looks like it wants to happen. I would have to wait for a solid move down. This is still choppy. I mean, that point of control, it's still very much in an uptrend. You know, this uptrend could just be a movement down here and then recovery. We would have to see a solid breakdown with volume. And then the point of control would be a first option. Point of control from this area, got the highest volume node at that level. No doubt it will provide resistance. The question is, will it provide support now? Why don't we long it? Because we claim these highs. The price action is very choppy. We've been trending up now for the last 24 hours. It's like, yeah, I don't want to long here. There's no there's no evidence that this is going to continue up. I prefer seeing the sign of weakness, and when you are at a range, what usually happens is the price comes down to the lows and back to the highs, back to the highs, back to the lows. So it would obviously be an obvious target zone. However, we would want that confirmation, because this can hold. This can definitely hold and have a rise here to the upside. So confirmation breakdown would be analyzing very carefully the lower time frames, such as the 1 minute time frame. And previous day value area high, there was resistance today, could actually turn into resistance if we break down. It's very near the point of control of the zone. So we got confluence there from previous day value area high. We got that confluence where the point of control is. We got previous day value area high right there. And this is basically where we have the high volume node. Right, so if we do take a look at the VPVR, yeah, it's just clear sign of weakness, breaking beneath previous day value area high, point of control of the zone would be a huge, massive resistance. So we'll be analyzing very, very carefully, you know, if it is worth for a short position. So that's my take on that on Bitcoin. So. Almost double topped on Binance US dollar tether. Let's take a look at that also. Binance US dollar tether almost double topped as well. Yeah, it's just a few dollars off in creating that double top. You would assume that that high will be taken on most of the exchanges. So a few dollars on Coinbase. You know, this is still very much bullish momentum, right? If you do manage to hold this could be forming a kind of a handle right there. You could get into a descending channel formation, not having a solid breakdown. So if it does choppy, right, no volume, no major breakdown, you could be actually looking for a cup and handle pattern right there, and a possible blast off. Patient says Trader Mark, absolutely. Andy, what do you think about volume on this pump compared to other pumps since bottom? This pump I see less volume, so why did we pump? Cutted shorts. Yeah, I mean, based on that, it's a bit of a FOMO pump, and there is very low volume. Of course, it can be part of a short squeeze as well. Short squeeze, low volume. And these volumes, these price actions are formed by major hypes. You know, if you do take a look at the 1 hourly, 4 hourly time frame, I mean, this volume is relatively high, but the volume is going down, no doubt. Volume is going down. It is definitely disturbing, no doubt. There is the chance of this being a topping point, guys. You know. What is disturbing is when, you know, there's so much bullishness, there's, you know, ETF, there's, very, very bullish sentiment, right? There's greed, the fear and greed index is, extremely high. So there is a possibility still, you know, even though it sounds very, it's like, yeah, this ain't possible anymore. Technically, it is possible. It is technically still, it would be massive expanded flat, okay, because the max target for a B wave on a flat is the 1.382, like I explained before on the stream. For any newcomers, you know, there is still a chance for the bears. There is still a chance for the bears actually to form this flat ABC. It did go slightly above the level, but I think bears are losing the chance right now. You know, they are losing the chance. But the chance is there, no doubt. Hey, speaking in Russian in here. What's going on? Liquidity from other alts going into Ethereum BTC. Andy, you called that short squeeze great call. Yeah, I mean, it it was an option, right? We talk about bullish and bearish case scenarios, but obviously we did talk about the possibility of that happening for sure. Right. What's going on with the votes? The votes for Bitcoin to go to $40,000 is going down, guys. We got over 600 votes, and $40,000 next for Bitcoin is down to 59% now. It was at 69%, and now it's going down. People are feeling a little bit bearish. People are not too sure. People are not too sure about Bitcoin going to $40,000 in the next coming days, potentially, right? Or in the next coming weeks. I got my mother here in the comment section. Hey, Andy and mods, holding here. 600 votes and only 300 likes. Doesn't make sense. Yes, that is true. Smash up the like button, guys. Share some love. Show some support for this live stream. Talking about crypto, doing analysis, talking about different scenarios. Andy, what are your thoughts about KASTA? I haven't done any research on KASTA. I know it has had an incredible year. It's been doing absolutely great. No thoughts on this, but it's had a massive year. It's gone up, I don't know, over a 6x approximately. Big rally for KASTA this year. I haven't done any research on this project, to be honest. I have heard about it, but no research. Andy, do you see hitting $40,000 and down to $24,000 bull trap? It will, the only way I do see, no doubt that $40,000 is a disturbing level. Let's take a look at some fib levels, guys. We love Fibonacci. Let's take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low, and we're just a few $100, I think. Not even that. Yeah, a couple of $100 in hitting the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot high. So it is round about the $36,000. Yeah. If this were to be a flat ABC, this is the topping point. You cannot successfully get above $36,000. If not, you'll be extending above the 1.382. And that is the max level if you want this to be a flat. No doubt that this range is resistance. We also got that weekly naked point of control. But going all the way up to $40,000 and reversing from there, there is really not much resistance at $40,000. I mean, obviously it's a round psychological number, okay? So, $30,000 is a psychological number as well. We can see $30,000 going to $30,900, $31,800 here. So it's kind of not successfully getting above $30,000. So you could arguably discuss that $40,000 is also going to be a psychological barrier. 50% Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low is $42,000. And when we take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low, it's close to the 7/8 Fibonacci. So we've got a bit of Fibonacci confluence just slightly above 40k. Yeah, it's a round psychological number. You could get a little bit of volatility here and top out, but it wouldn't make sense here. It would be too much of a bull trap. It would be just too much to be a bull trap. I would say that continuation to the upside it will be likely if we were to hit 40k. Obviously looking for that pullback, but not a major crash down to below $20,000. If that crash needs to happen, it should happen here at this range. You can get one more leg up to test the highs, but if the bears do want the price to absolutely crash, it needs to be from this point where we are currently. Based on the ABC flat, based on the technical analysis, bouncing from the VWAP. VWAP also great level. VWAP, we've got VWAP right there. Value area high of the range. We're slightly below the value area high, but the point of control, actually, we're at the point of control already. So we're at a bouncing level. Point of control, VWAP. Yeah, this ain't bad for scalping as well. You are hitting the point of control on the VWAP. VWAP is a great tool for scalping. Highly respected level. Very, very respected. You can see it respected here. We talked about this move in the Legends community. Big resistance there, big support right there with just a few dollars off. VWAP is great for scalping. You can get in and out. You know, that usually rejects $100 or $200 at least as you hit the level a lot of the times. If you can add some confluence with the VWAP, such as the point of control from this range, you know, that was not a bad option scalp. You know, it's always a good tool to use as confluence. Point of control from the range. You got the highest volume node. You're bouncing exactly at the highest volume node, which is this one right over here. Let's just mark that level and put it really thick in red. Let's just say point of control of the range. Point of control of the range, and let's get that line here a little bit thicker. And that is exactly where you are bouncing at the moment with the VWAP. Really nice. Point of control of the range and VWAP as confluence, getting that bounce of a couple of $100 already, almost $200. These are nice little scalps. You know, possibly would have taken that scalp if I would have been concentrated looking at the chart and, you know, basically in my trading hours. This is definitely an option for a quick little scalp long. You only need one successful trade in the day to make profits, right? To make those consistent profits. That is what I am doing right now. I am trying to achieve 1% per day or 5% per week on trading profits. And the idea of this is compounding. That's what you want to do. The good thing is the exchange is extremely important, but you know, there's this calculator, and you know, this is what I've been talking about with the Legends as well. Make sure to have realistic targets, right? And I know a lot of people want to make huge profits and one day, you know, get into those massive 500% gains, right, in a matter of a few days. But this is really not how trading works. You know, you can find really high profits out there. It's all about making small, consistent gains during the weeks, months, and years. And if you are, you know, I was explaining this the other day with the Legends. Say you have $1,000. I think the average Joe out there might have $1,000 in their trading account. Of course, maybe you can afford $10,000 or $20,000. But let's go on the average Joe, right? Saying, you know, I got $1,000 in my account here for trading. Right, you might have more or less, but just go here. When you do compounding here, if you are aiming for 5% weekly returns, which is not that complicated if you get into the right trades and you have very good risk management, 5% a week of profit is very achievable. If you're using $1,000 and you're making 5% a week in profit, it is very achievable with your risk management, and if you have good trading plans. Then obviously, you know, let's just say 3 years. How much would I make in 3 years if I compound my 5% profit every single week? It's not crazy gains. We're not looking to double our account in 1 week. We're looking to make 5% and be very, very selective with our trading opportunities. Well, when we do that calculation, you're turning $1,000 into over $1 million in 3 years. If you can manage to compound 5% profits every single week. It's not that complicated. I am aiming for 1% a day. All right. There's been some good days. Today I am up on 1% because I got into some scalping levels. We'll be happy to share it, of course, with the Legends community as always. But, you know, aiming for 1% profit, you know, it's $10 out of $1,000. You need to be careful though. Don't risk $200 on a trade if you have $1,000. If you lose $100, you know, then obviously to make that back is going to be much, much harder. Very small profits, good risk management, be very selective. It is not that hard. If you were to make 1% per day, which is $10, then obviously it will be $11, $12. You're compounding that 1% based on your capital. Yeah, in 3 years, you know, you're making $14 million, right? With $1,000 account. So obviously you're not going to make 1% every single day. There will be those days of drawdown where, you know, basically you can only afford to lose 1%, 2% max. I say to the community, if you've lost 2 trades, if you got stopped out, you know, 2 times, if you're down 3% in that day, then obviously you need to move to the next day, go to sleep, and analyze the situation the next day and only get into very good selective trades. But more realistic is 5% a week, right? So you're getting 2% less on that week. For 3 years, you know, you're making over $1 million with $1,000. 7%, 5%, sorry, a week. Very, very achievable. It is achievable. Have achievable goals when you're trading. Don't want to double your account in a couple of weeks, because you're gonna, you know, you will likely fail. You will likely fail. More likes to Andy. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the insane support. Anyway, about these scalping strategies, about doing this, right? Because I'm scalping, and this is, you know, why I can actually make 1 to 2% per day. There are some days, of course, that I will be down 1% or basically neutral. I'm a very defensive trader. But thanks to MEXC, you know, in my opinion, if you're a scalper and you want to get into a few trades per day with these small little movements, such as the bounce that's happened here at the point of control and the VWAP bouncing $200, you using high leverage and you're using a low fee platform such as MEXC, you can make insane gains, right, during the weeks, right? Because basically, you know, you're not getting eaten up by the fees, right? If you use high leverage on on other exchanges and high capital, you know, with this small move of $100, they probably take 20-30% based on fees from your profits. This does not happen on MEXC, guys. So I mean, there's something that I'm enjoying, something that, you know, a platform that I am using currently, and you know, I'm absolutely loving it. The Legends community do know this. They are enjoying MEXC as well because of the fees. The profits are profits. They don't steal 30% of your profits or 40% based on the fees. So it's a great option, guys. And you do get an insane bonus of $20,000 that is used to pay fees and losses. It's a deposit bonus, okay? I know a lot of you might have signed up already, but if you haven't, you know, it has the lowest fees out there. And this is very, very attractive for scalp trading. Check out the link, guys. It's the second link down below in the description. $20,000 with a bonus. Of course, Bybit, for me, I've been using Bybit for over 4 years now. Unfortunately, I cannot use it. There's a lot of restrictions. If you can use Bybit, you know, Bybit for me has been my favorite for many years. You know, you got $30,000 worth of bonus as well if you want to sign up for Bybit, if you haven't got an account on Bybit, and you can trade on Bybit. So, yeah, I mean, this was actually a pretty nice scalp attempt. Volume was relatively low on the movement down, so it wasn't really very high volume. There was not high volume on this breakdown. Yeah, volume is going down in this corrective move, so it's not very impulsive. This movement down is not very, very scary, right? You know, a scary move down would be a massive move, okay? In price action, bang, and high volume, bang. That looks bearish, you know, and then the bounces obviously can be a level of rejection. You know, in this case, say the price suddenly gets resistance here, and then the volume starts kicking in. We get a massive move to the downside with high volume. Then this is what you would want to see. The bounce here with low volume, and then obviously the VWAP and the point of control that has provided resistance turn into support. And that would give you that nice scalp short position. That is a trading plan. You would have to take a look at the reaction and obviously manage risk very well. So all depending on, you know, what kind of price action is hit here, you'll just have to, you know, look for the best entry possible and manage risk very well with your stop loss. But it's definitely a rejection point. This VWAP was very, very good long in opportunity, as it was the point of control of the range. So it was definitely a great option for a scalp. Really, really good option for a scalp. Of course, if you would have traded this on many other platforms where the fees can get crazy, you're using a 50x leverage or a 100x leverage for your scalp for this move of $200, then I could already tell you on a lot of the exchanges, you can get, you know, you might have $500 worth of profit, you close your position, and then you're receiving 300, and it's like, what? Where's the rest of the 200? Right? It has happened to me scalping on other platforms where they basically steal your, you know, steal your gains. And something good to talk about, you know, from MEXC. I'm sure there's, you know, a lot of good platforms out there, but I'm really loving MEXC, guys. It's really good, because if you close it at a $500 profit, you will basically receive 480, basically, right? Or 470. You're basically gaining most of the profits. You know, the fees are very, very low. So something to take into consideration, no doubt. Daily trades and analysis provided by Andy in the Legends Discord community. If you want to learn to trade properly, join today. Yes, sir, DeVault. DeVault is also a moderator there. He has insane knowledge. He's providing also analysis in the Legends community, guys. If you want to join one of the most active trading communities, you want to join the Legends community, guys. You know, we have Sam as well. DeVault is sharing great information. I post videos every single day here. Talking about, you know, the scenarios. I did a live stream as well. Education. Today was a live stream day for the Legends. Check it out, guys. You also have the link down below if you want to join that, you know, a great community where you're going to learn a lot. You're going to see the setups, how I manage my risk, how we're talking about, you know, the different trading setups. You have the third link, Legends Trading Community, guys. It's about time if you want to boost your trading knowledge. Is MEXC legal with all region locked exchanges? I'm on OKX, technically illegal in NL. I am not the guy that is that can give you that information. You should do your research and check, depending on where you live, if it is illegal or not. You know, this is not obviously my problem. If you can do that, you know, if you can trade on it based on, you know, your country restrictions. I know there's no KYC, so you don't have to do KYC on MEXC. No KYC needed. So maybe that is, you can possibly trade on it. You got a great bonus, guys. There's still 11 days to claim this bonus. I'm not sure if they'll give me this bonus back in 11 days. It's a deposit bonus. It's another way to support the channel. It's another way for you to trade in a great platform. Elon, Andy, please. Oh my, Elon, is that? That's a meme coin, right? Elon, Doge, Elon Mars. I'm sure this one has skyrocketed. Meme coins, it's up 3% at the moment. Did it skyrocket? Yeah, it's doing pretty good during the last couple of weeks. Wow, let's take a look at this one on the chart. Elon. Wow, this one had a big pump the last few days. Big pump. There's not really much to analyze on these altcoins. They just they look like they're dead and they're in a big massive downtrend and then spike up. It's very hard to do technical analysis on these altcoins because a lot of the times they would just, you know, find a base, do a massive pump and then come back down for, you know, from where it pumped, sorry. So, you know, there's just there's no real analysis behind this. It's a low liquidity, you know, altcoin, highly manipulated. I could easily say that this pump is probably going to come back down in the coming days to the base, just like it did here. So it's very hard and you know, I cannot trade these kind of altcoins. You know, just if anything, I would buy them and leave them in my portfolio. But based on analysis, yeah, very hard. You know, this could be a pump and dump during the next coming days. It might pump a little bit more, but then come back down. It might skyrocket. You know, these coins, I would not trade them based on technical analysis. I would trade them based on fundamentals, right? What's happening with Elon, you know, Elon Doge coin or whatever it's called. Doge Elon Mars. You know, it's all about, you know, all about fundamentals. What is happening? Who's backing? Who's talking about this crypto? Is it somebody important? You know, what are the fundamentals behind? But based on technical analysis, it's just very hard to spot any kind of movements on these altcoins. It's just, they're very unpredictable. BTC looks like it's rejecting from the value area high. It's rejecting from the value area high of this entire trading range. Yeah, it's broken a little bit here of this higher low support, but there's very low volume on the movement down. So this could instantly move above the... I need big, powerful moves. I need good, powerful moves. No doubt that this was a great long in scalp right there. Point of control and vwap of the zone. So there was a great trade. Value area high, you know, depending on where you do take a look at the value area, I like to count the wick, you know, or do not count this price action that's happened here. So if you don't count this price action, yeah, you could arguably discuss that value area high is getting resistance. But now we have this price action. So the value area of this entire range, we need to count this price action. So yeah, no doubt that we are beneath the value area anyway. So it's lost a little bit of steam. It's lost momentum. However, the volume is not convincing, right? I want to see a breakdown and then obviously a bounce. Then obviously that VWAP and that point of control is a classic level of resistance that I would expect a quick rejection, at least to test the lows potentially, you know, or get close to it. Would be an obvious take profit zone. And back to the lows. Really nice scalp. That was a really, really nice scalp based on the technicals, VWAP and the point of control of the range. Andy, what do you think about Rose? No research on Rose. You probably want to ask Altcoin John. Check out Altcoin John. He is full on altcoins. He is doing a lot of fundamentals. He takes a look at meme coins and different altcoins. He is an altcoin analyst. So, you know, check out Altcoin John on his YouTube channel. He is here in the comment section. And you can ask Altcoin John about that, about Rose. How much US dollar would I gain if I traded 0.002 BTC every day? You'd have to do the calculation. I'm not sure what is 0.002 Bitcoin at the moment. Andy, can you please take a look at QNT? Let's take a look at QNT right away. Why not? QNT, US dollar. QNT getting a pretty nice pump here. I like how it's tested these lows over here. And it's getting the bounce. Let's see if it's breaking any major resistance. Let me just change this. Take a look at VPVR levels. Oof, it is hitting the point of control from the entire range of the last 2 years. If it managed, you know, it does look good. It does look good to have an attempt in smashing through the level. It's not enough for me to get bullish here. But if you start, you know, it does look like very much a wedgie kind of structure. You having the first attempt and moving to higher levels. If we do get above that point of control, which is based off this entire consolidation, then it will be looking quite bullish. It will likely get a quick bounce if it retraces to that level. It will be looking quite successful here to move to go to higher levels. It is currently at the resistance there. It is currently at the point of control of the range of the last 2 years, right? We're looking at, you know, 2021 price action, 2022, 2023. It's still a lower high though. It's still a lower high. We'd have to get above this high. If we get above this high, then that is going to be looking pretty good, because you're breaking the last lower high of this downtrend and you're getting above the point of control. That would be a successful move up here. We would possibly expect a rejection from one of these highs, but overall we would expect that rejection to get a significant bounce and to have continuation. This might happen very fast, but it's still at big resistance. That's just over the top here, just taking a look at basic analysis. But oh my god, it's falling. Hurry up, sell. No, it's not. I subbed to Altcoin John. Yes, very nice. Yeah, he's got great info about altcoins. I could have a look at MEXC. I'm on OKX because they have awesome trading bots. I think MEXC does have trading bots. Probably not that amazing. I'm not aware of it. But if you're interested in scalping, you know, and day trading and getting into small little movements, right, of $100, $200, it's definitely a great option. If you're day trading or swing trading, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because, you know, those large movements will, you know, the fees doesn't really matter. I'm willing to trade back on Bybit as soon as I get my residence fixed, and no doubt I will go back to Bybit more for day trading, more for swing trading. But for scalping, yeah, you want to check out MEXC. It's definitely a great option. You know, it's just a lot of people are loving this platform, especially if you're scalping. If you want to get into small little moves, get in, get out, it's definitely the best option out there, in my opinion, for scalping, based on the fees, because they have the lowest fees out there. Take a fee is 0.01. Make a fee is 0. So if you're putting limit orders, you know, there's basically no fees. But a lot of people use taker, right? They use market orders. I use market orders 95% of the times. So because I get into trades based on reactions, and if you have a limit order, you know, and you're chasing a drop, you know, I just market execute. US 100. What is going on with the Nasdaq? What is going on with Nasdaq? Is it pumping? Is it dropping? It's dumping. It's dumping. What is the S&P 500 doing? I guess it's dropping as well. Not looking great, guys. You know, there was the possibility in creating a double bottom. We did create a double bottom here, very much talked about on a live stream. So it did create a double bottom. We did recover from this low. We talked about, hey, if we do manage to get above the level, we can get a significant bounce. We got the significant bounce. We back down testing this low. It's not looking great. It's not looking great for the S&P 500, for the Nasdaq. If we do get a stock market collapse, Bitcoin will likely be affected. I think Bitcoin, despite the hype, Bitcoin will get affected, no doubt. Guys, thank you very much. Are you trading gold on PrimeXbt, bro? No, I am not, but I am thinking of starting to trade a little bit on stock market, S&P 500. If I do trade anything else, it will be S&P 500. I don't want to lose my focus on Bitcoin. You know, I'm focusing on Bitcoin. I just need one small little move, high probability move. You know, for me, I would have made my gains just by doing this trade here, bouncing from the point of control and the vwap. You know, that is enough for me. That is one trade. It's one move of $200. That's it. Go to sleep. Tomorrow, I'll find another level. I don't want to lose focus. Taking a look at altcoins and massive runs, massive gains. This is why I have my altcoin portfolio. If they are going to do any gains, that will be in the next coming years. But for trading, they're just a big headache for me, to be honest. They're just a headache. S&P 500, I like it. It respects levels. It's a, you know, high market cap, you know, market. You know, there's a lot of liquidity. The moves are very respectful. So I used to trade S&P 500. I'm thinking of trading S&P 500 again. But Bitcoin and S&P 500, I'm not going to do. I'm trading this altcoin, S&P, gold, oil. You know, no, it's just I just need one market to trade to make consistent gains every month. I don't need, you know, to take a look at many other markets. It's just a big headache. To be honest, you know, successful traders, I think they focus on one or two markets. You know, these people that have, you know, 10 screens and they're looking at gold and looking at oil and now I'm trading this. Yes, you can swing trade them. I guess you can analyze them on a very large time frame and swing trade and have more chilled trading. But I'm scalping, and you know, there's no chance I can scalp oil, gold, an altcoin, and Bitcoin because it's just it's just not worth it. Hey Andy Legend, every now and then I'm standing still by the fact of all the stuff I learned from you this year. Just crazy. Hey Teddles, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, great. You've been Teddles is one of the OGs from the Legends. He is also in the Legends community. I'm absolutely fascinated. Some people actually, you know, have improved massively during the last year. We got Marcel, we got Teddles, we got Simon. You know, there's a few of the OGs from the Legends that are, you know, have learned massively. They've learned risk management. They've learned exactly the points where to enter the trades. So yeah, happy about that comment, Teddles. Very happy. I'm very glad. It's what it's all about. And not throwing the towel. Not throwing the towel, guys. If you are at that break-even stage, you know, from losing money, you go to break-even, then you go to profitable. It's those steps. So if you are at break-even during a few months, hold on there because you will become profitable. Right. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Yep, just need one reliable market that respects TA. That is very true, Nick. Very, very true. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Andy, I have one important question. Will Bitcoin long BTCC3L reach its all-time high during the next bull run? Is that the is that all of the longs? Is that BTC3L? Is that the... Is this on Bybit though? BTC3L US dollar tether. Will it reach all-time high during the bull cycle? Yeah, no doubt. No doubt it will, for sure. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. Andy, so you don't plan any trade for today, right? Yeah, well, yeah, this is definitely a trading plan here that I did provide just a while ago. This is definitely a trading plan that I do have here, which is breaking down. I mean, we're still at the point of control. There's no volume on the movement down. You know, we could still pop here to the upside. We're getting a beautiful bounce from the VWAP. You know, I wouldn't rely very much on this trend line as a resistance. Hey, this trend line's resistance now. No. This is just a guidance to see if we are losing the momentum and we are going to get a large volume move down. If we don't get large movement down, I think this could do this, right? And have a continuation to the upside. This is just a bit of guidance here to see where the trend is. Not much of a level. But yeah, the trading plan for me here would be, if it breaks down, would be aiming for that point of control and VWAP for a retracement. It might not happen, but it would definitely be a good short scalp. So it's a plan. There is a plan for this. If it doesn't happen, then we'll have to look for other plans. I will be updating the Legends community, of course, from other levels here to the downside or to the upside to see if we can find some good trading opportunities. Guys, you have the link down below for the Legends. Okay, if you want to join, that's where I do post my daily updates for scalping scenarios. And that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Check out the links down below. You've got great bonuses for these exchanges. MEXC and Bybit have been my favorite. You know, you've got great bonuses. 30K on Bybit, 20,000 on MEXC. Another way to support the channel. Another way for you to trade on the best platforms out there. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you in the next one.